What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Forever Stranded Lost Souls. Oh yeah, guys, so last episode we started making some more better with mods items here. We made ourselves a saw, we made ourselves a cauldron, we figured out that needs fire underneath it, we figured out how to make fire since we can't really make a flint and steel at this point, and we made ourselves a hopping bonsai over here. So I've been letting that go for a little bit, and I kind of spread out some things here so we don't get too much of one thing. Like, for instance, saplings, we don't need a bunch of stacks of that. We're not getting it like really quickly, but if we don't limit it to only one stack, like one spot in this chest, it could take up multiple stacks or whatever. We really want to get a lot of oak wood. I think 4 stacks of apples is going to be just fine. And I think a stack of leaves. Actually, leaves might be more important than I'm giving it credit for. With the leaves, we can turn those, we can use it for compost and other things. So we might want more spots for leaves. I don't know at this point. But what I do know is that we got stuck last episode trying to get ourselves some paper. We want to progress through immersive engineering, and in order to do that, we need to get ourselves an engineer's handbook, cookbook, book of some kind. This thing, engineer's manual. So we need to get ourselves a book. So in order to get a book, we need paper. Right, so the only way to get paper that I can see right now, we can't get a stronghold library, we can't do villager trading, we don't have carpenter from forestry yet, we don't have power, we don't have the machine. Bonsai tree, if we had the paper bark sapling, we don't have that, but we can craft this, as we saw, with some sapling plus 3 paper. So once we get the paper, we'll have unlimited paper. Drying, we can take sugar canes and dry it into paper, so that's going to be a little bit of a time sink. And resonator will also, looks like, we don't have the resonator yet. We'll take sugarcane, turn that into paper. So drying rack is going to be our go-to. But first of all, we need sugar canes, and then we need to let the sugarcane grow. I'm not sure how we're going to do that. How do we let sugarcane grow in the nether if it requires a water source block next to it? Maybe we should take a look at our quest book here and see if there is something that's going to give us information on how to do these things. So to be an engineer, it says construct the multi-block immersive engineering. You're going to need the engineer's manual and engineer's hammer and the manual. But it doesn't say how to get the paper to do these things. Getting food. I'm not seeing anything in here that looks like paper. There shows the market and some of the cooking with blockhead stuff and some Pam stuff. But again, I'm not seeing paper. I don't see anything in here. Better with mods. We went through a lot of the different progression that we can do right now, but I didn't see anything that says we can get paper. X9 hello doesn't show. Survival, does this say anything about paper? No, but there is this farmland here, and it says farming in the nether can be hard when water will not place down. There's a simple block that also doubles up as a tank, so maybe this is it. So if this allows us to place water down, maybe sugarcane will see this as a water source and be placed next to it. I honestly don't know. So this is nether utils, requires 5 building. Let's take a look at this real quick. Whoop, what am I doing? We want to search for tank from nether utils. We don't want to search for nether space utils. So that would be this thing right here. So that requires us to have some glass, some iron bars, and an iron ingot. Okay, it looks like we can use that as a tank to put fluids in and out of it. That'll hold 4 buckets of whatever we put in. Okay, so let's start making some of these things. First of all, we're gonna need to get glass cooking up, which means we need some sand. So that is gonna be pretty easy. We'll just go ahead and grab some of our tools here, take some cobblestone, vein mine that into gravel, and then vein mine that once again into sand. Then we can smelt that sand down to get our glass. We're also gonna need a little bit of iron here, 6 pieces to make ourselves some iron bars. But then we'll have extras for later. And then we need 1 more piece of iron here, I do believe, in order for that recipe. So I am curious to see if this is what we need in order to get sugarcane to grow. First things first, though, we're going to need sugarcane seeds. So we were given some dirt earlier on, and we placed it around, and Endermen have stolen it, and we've broken some, and this and that. But yeah, we need string mesh in order to sift the dirt into what we want here. So let's remove our iron stiffened meshes, place those in there. We'll place down some of our string meshes here. And I did place another large chest for our different resources we're going to get from dirt sifting. So hopefully we don't have to go through all of the dirt. Wow, very first one. Seriously? Hopefully we don't have to go through all of our dirt to get our first sugarcane seed. I was looking at the recipes for this. We go to uses and we go to the sifting, the sieve. It says sugarcane is a 5% drop chance. That's exceptionally low. And for us to get on the first sift, well, I guess technically 2 sifts, that's amazing. Wow. Okay, so now we got to figure out how we can use this sugarcane seed. Yeah, we only went through 2 dirt. I was expecting to have to make more dirt and all this stuff, but I guess not. All right, so let's try and make this tank here. A little bit of a lag spike. And there it is. There's a tank from Nether Utils. Oh, quest complete. Farmland. I'm very curious though if this will allow us to plant sugarcane next to it on dirt or sand. Let's go to the quest book and let's do this. So as a choice reward, we can get another tank. We can get a turntable. We can get ourselves some steel axles. Notice how they're giving us the better than mod stuff now. 3 loot chests or a chance cube, 4 of them. This is also going to give us 7 levels of experience. How are we doing our XP right now? We have 10 levels. Can we put that into something that we need? What is it that we need right now? This I don't even know. I know magic is a thing that we have been needing to increase. I guess we can just go and waste some levels into there. For instance, when we were trying to look at, what was it, the mystical petals before. I don't remember what the requirements are, but I do remember those required magic. Yeah, 16 magic. And I do remember that the compressed cobblestone required some magic, and I don't see that here. 9 magic. So I think being able to place these down, not necessarily a triple or quadruple, but like the single compressed cobblestone to use our compressed hammer on there is going to save us a lot of time. I feel like that's worth it. Let's do the loot chest. We're going to do that. I really feel like I want to get some good stuff out of these things. So there's some more cupboards and some more rabbit sandwiches. We get ourselves a basic watering can that does require 7 farming. Maybe that's a thing we should level up here. What's our farming at right now? 5. Requires 6 levels. Okay, well, hold on just 1 second. And then we get all of the different types of saplings, all the vanilla ones. So that's really good. Unfortunately, no paper bark one. So what we could do if we wanted to is set up one of these hopping bonsais for each one of those trees and have, you know, each one of those types of wood available. I'm not sure if that's necessary, but again, if we're getting leaves, we can take those leaves and then we'll be able to compost those down into things like dirt, right? Or we can turn it into water or whatever. So it might be a good idea to do that. But for right now, I'll just put these up until we decide on what we're going to do a little bit later. Okay, so this tank is a thing that I want to figure out. We do need water. And then I got to get rid of this lava. Should I make myself another bucket? 1 for lava, 1 for water? Maybe that's going to be a smart idea. I don't remember what the recipe was for the bucket. Let's take a look again. Right, so we needed, I think it was 1 piece of iron plus the hammer to make a plate and then 3 string. Let's grab our engineer's hammer once again. Should be in here. Yep, there it is. 3 iron and 3 string. Okay, so those, this, we can't do it in here. We have to do it in this crafting table. So those, and then we can do one of those. Awesome. All right, so there's another bucket, and then there's some water. Cool. So I don't know if this requires us to have, if this is going to require us to have a full tank or not. I think we should be good outside. I'm not hearing any. Oh, nope, there is one out there. Dang it. Those guys all the time are always spawning around here. Let's see if we can get his attention. Hey, guy. There it is. Let's see if we can get him over here. We'll take him out real quick. No, don't come over here. You see me. You see me. We don't want him to go outside the wall. That's the bad thing. We want him to stay in here and then come over to our trap. Come over here, guy. Where are you? So he forgot about me. Oh, there he goes. Now he remembers. Now he remembers. Are you gonna be close enough now? Maybe. He's thinking about it. Whoop. There it is. What's that? Oh, okay. Yeah, when these guys get close, it looks like 2 hits that time. When those guys get close, they just start going super speed. They're crazy scary. Do we need 1 more in farming? Okay, so we need 6 more, or I guess 4 more levels in order to get the 7 farming so we can use a watering can. I think that watering can is going to allow us to grow the sugarcane faster if we can get this stuff planted. Double check nothing else bad is around. I think we might be okay. So let's place this down next to this existing dirt here. I guess we had a dirt inside, but yeah, let's just do this. Water in there. Can we place the sugarcane seed here? No, can't place the sugarcane seed there. So how does this work? I am not sure. Okay, well, let's take this back. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research on this, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know how we're supposed to take the sugarcane seed in the nether, plant it on something to get sugarcane in order to grow. Okay, well, off to the wikis once again. All right, guys, so it looks like if you put the tank full of water for buckets worth, if we right click on there, nope, doesn't show anymore. It was showing. Anyway, if you put 4 buckets of water in there, apparently this glows a little bit, lights up. Let's get rid of the sugar cane. I'll show you guys. If I take out a bucket of water, you can see the light goes away. If I put it in there, there's like a little bit of a light, right? Anyway, that allowed me, once I put that 4th in there, to click the sugarcane seed onto this block right here. So it says this is a full block of water, I suppose, and this should be able to grow. Now, in order to progress, though, we're going to have to wait. Now, sugarcane takes like 5 or 10 minutes between growth stages. I don't know. Does torquing do anything with this? I know it's really slow on the trees. I don't think it's going to work. So pretty much we need a watering can. I don't know if we had a watering can. Was that a thing? I know we got one as a reward, a resonant one, but we don't have the skills, and we still don't have the skills for that other one we just got. Is there like an easier watering can that we can make that might work? Yeah, this is the one we just got, the basic one. That requires 7 farming, and we don't have that. Water may be collected while sneaking. Irrigates farmland and speeds up plant growth. Yeah, this is the one we have right here. That's 13 farming, that's 7. So obviously this would be the one that we want to use, but we need a lot of points into farming. Maybe I'll just go and try and get a little bit of levels here. Looks like there's a blaze nearby outside. I'm not sure if I want to go out there. Let's just kind of poke out here and see what we see. I know there's there's some nether quartz nearby that we might be able to mine up. Just see, we got a pigment, we got a blaze over there that I don't know what that blaze knows about me. Okay, so let's try mining some of this nether quartz here. A little bit of levels, 5 levels, and then we had some more over here. Okay, so we let this guy in the base. Okay, so 2 hits kills that guy, which is good. And we'll go ahead and fill in our little hole here. So we have 8 levels now. Are we able to get another level into farming? Aha, 7 levels. Okay, so that's what we needed in order to use this other watering can that we just got. This one, right? Yeah, 7 farming. But we do need to collect water. Now, I'm not sure how we're going to be able to do that. I don't know if we can collect water out of the cauldron, or if we have to collect water out of this, or maybe this thing just doesn't work at all. So I guess one of the things we could do is test this out. Let's put some leaves in here. We'll let that melt down into water. I guess we could also try collecting out of the tank. We can try both methods. So it says sneaking is required. So shift right clicking on this does nothing. Right click on that takes all of it. Now I wonder, is that going to make this thing pop off? Probably. So we got 4 buckets out of there. All right. So I guess we'll have to refill that up before the first growth stage. I think sugarcane doesn't update until it grows, and then it checks if the water is valid, and if not, it pops off. So I think we have a little bit of time here. So yeah, I'll definitely get over there and make sure we refill that. I don't know what happens if it checks and it pops off, if it actually grows the next level, if we get 2 sugarcane, or if we'll only get the 1. Yeah, so I definitely want to make sure we get the water filled up in there properly. Is that going to cause a blocked update? Nope. Okay, well, I'll keep at this. We'll try and get some sugarcane grown here. We need 3 whole pieces of sugarcane, probably 4. So in case we need sugarcane specifically for something else later, we have that. but we need 3 pieces to turn into paper to make the paper bark sapling. Be right back, guys. So it took me a little bit of time to figure out what was going on here. It looked like we emptied out this tank with our watering can, right? It looked like we had 4 buckets of water in there. A little bit later, I went back to my inventory and showed that it was empty. I was like, huh, that's weird. So then I took our water bucket and I placed water in there, and I went back to my inventory and looked, and the water bucket was still full. I was like, huh, that's weird. So I'm guessing you can't really fill up the watering can through that tank, even though it looks like you can. Yeah, the water never really goes away. I ended up breaking the tank, placing it back, and then it looks like it's full again. So yeah, we also have an issue over here where this shows leaves in it, but it says fluid volume 1000. So this has a full bucket of water in there, but I tried extracting it out with what I thought was an empty bucket, but that was still full. Anyway, so we got a lot of glitches happening here, visual glitches. So that has water in it, this has water in it, our bucket has water in it, but our watering can doesn't, and I don't know a way to fill that up. Anyway, so we can't really speed up the crop growth for sugar cane at this point in time. We're gonna have to let it wait. So while we're waiting on that, let's do some other quests here. So I was kind of going through and looking at all these other quests that we have available. One of them wants us to make an iron pickaxe. I think that's pretty easy. So an iron pickaxe, we can make just the vanilla one, 3 iron, 2 sticks. Very simple vanilla recipe, nothing special about it. So let's go ahead and make one of those. We'll complete another quest here, and I'll give those sugarcane a little bit more time to grow, right? Okay, so when we do this, that gives us an option for an iron sword, which we don't need anymore because we have a better netherrack sword, a loot chest, chance cube, some roast chicken, or a golden rod. Let's do the loot chest. It's also going to give us 6 levels of experience. So now we have 7 levels. Is that enough for another farming upgrade? It is. Okay, so now we have another level into farming. So we pop this, we get 2 heart containers and more medkits. All right, so put the medkits in there and the hearts in there. We'll save those for later. So that's done. Now, getting on to this part right here, ceramic, unfired clay bucket. I can't remember if we can do this. Unfired clay bucket. We now have clay, and that looks like that's all I needed was just clay, right? So we have the clay balls, so we should be able to do these things. So this. There's an unfired clay bucket. It wants us to make a clay barrel. And that is made with an unfired clay barrel smelted. So that's a little bit more clay. Wait, yeah, clay barrel. That's a smelted one. So we can grab some more clay here and do one of those. So I think it was like this and that. Okay, and then we can smelt that. Cool, so that'll do that. And then we need a porcelain channel. All right, so we need porcelain brick to do that, which means we need unfired porcelain, which is clay plus nether quartz gives us 2 of those, or clay plus bone meal gives us 1. I think this is probably going to be what we want. So we need 5 of those total, so 3 of these recipes. Okay, so that we need another clay ball. Okay, so there's that and that. Awesome. So then we need to take this and smelt down 5 of those, and we'll put the extra over here for later. And that should give us everything we need for this quest. Well, after we craft the porcelain channel. So that's going to give us 1 clay barrel extension, 2 porcelain channels, 3 unfired porcelain, and a loot chest. So we get lots of stuff for this particular quest, which is great. Kind of wish that our furnace would go a little bit faster, but that is the speed that it goes. So after that, it looks like we're going to be able to get into the ceramics, which should allow us to start getting into Tinker's Construct. I do believe that's what this mod is all about, is just like something to do before you do Tinkers. I think, I don't know if that's always been the case, but that's what I've seen that mod used for before. So anyway, there's this, and that gives us a porcelain channel, which should complete that quest. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we can claim all of these things. And what do we get for our loot chest? 20 gravel and 20 cobbled soul stone. All right. Seems good to me. Cool. All right, so we have all of these different things here. Back to the quest. It says getting an iron bucket early game will be hard. You can also move fluids with channels. So we have our iron bucket. We don't need any of this stuff. Let's go to the next one, complement. So it says cheap early form of the Tinker's Smeltery. Right, so we need to make a whole lot of porcelain stuff. So the first one, porcelain melter. Porcelain heater, porcelain melter. So we need a porcelain window or a tank and some more of these brick. I guess what we should do is probably search through all of these different things that we're gonna need here. Stone bucket, porcelain faucet. Yeah, and just kind of figure out how many of these different recipes we're gonna need for like the porcelain clay. What mod is this from? This is from Tinker's Complement. Okay, so we needed the tank. So that's gonna be 8 porcelain brick. And then we need, no, do we need the tank? We might. We need the porcelain window. So we can say 6 plus another 6, so 12, plus the heater, that is another 6, so 18. We needed the faucet, which I'm not seeing here. Why am I not seeing it here? It was part of this mod, isn't it? Porcelain faucet? Or faucet. That's from the ceramics mod. Okay, so that is 3 more. So we're gonna need, let's just say half a stack. Something, it's probably not quite that much, but let's just say like half a stack. So 32. So we're gonna need 16 quartz. Okay, so there's that. There's that. You know what? I feel like we'll do this many. We'll just save a little bit of clay in case we need it for something else. I'm gonna go and smelt all 27 of those. So we're gonna need a little bit more coal parts in order to get that done. Take apart 3 more of those. That should be enough. 24 more of those. Yeah, I think that's gonna be enough smelting action. Perfect. One of our sugarcane grew, so we are part of the way there. Now we can grow it twice as fast. All right, so we'll place this in here. We'll wait for that to finish up. We'll wait for this to grow. We'll be back, guys. All right, guys, so we got a good portion of these things crafted now. We still have to make ourselves the porcelain casting table. So there it is. All right, so we have that. And then we also need to make ourselves a stone bucket, which is just made from 3 cobblestone. This should be the last thing that we need here. So there's a stone bucket. It says, will not work as a bucket, but good to cast one. So that will allow us to cast a little bit of bucket action. Oh, there's another part to this. So this does want us to make a bucket cast, and it wants us to make a bucket. So consume no, retrieval task. So we should already have a bucket if we pour out some lava, which we'll probably have to do to put into this heater in order to make the melter melt. I think that's going to be fine. So let's go back in here. So bucket cast. What does it take for this? Smart, oh, Tinker IO smart output. This thing is really good. We'll check this out a little bit later. I didn't know that was in this pack. That's awesome. Okay, so we need either molten gold, molten brass. Really, molten brass? Okay. Molten aluminum brass. So it looks like 2 gold or 1 aluminum brass or 1 brass. Okay, so gold, pretty sure we know how to do that. So yeah, gold nuggets. Let's see, where does it show in the smelting section? So 1 gold ingot turns into that. Can we melt like our gold parts directly? Not sure how this is all gonna work. Yeah, so 1 gold ore chunk turns into 2. Perfect. Okay, so let's go grab 1 gold ore chunk. We should already have those available. Gold ore chunk, that's all we need. Now we need to set up this melter somewhere. You know what, let's put this in another room. Let's put it over here. This is kind of a small thing, so we should be able to do this. So we need the heater, I guess, on the bottom. We have to put something in there to heat. I think we can put lava directly in, but I'm not entirely sure. And the porcelain melter, yeah, and that takes the heat and then melts things with it. So we'll put the gold in there, and I think we put a table there and a porcelain faucet like this. Okay. So this does need something for fuel. I don't know. Can we put coal in here? Man, I don't remember how this all works. I could have sworn that you just feed it like lava like you do a normal smeltery, but maybe this will be different. We'll try putting coal in here. Let's see if that does anything for us. It does not. What about if we put it here? No. Okay, so we could try putting lava bucket in here. Does that do anything? It doesn't look like it. We can try. But actually, when we had that in there, it was getting particles, right? It looks like things are happening. That also shows the lava bucket up here. Oh, it is in fact melting. Well, at least there's a little red dot here. Maybe this is working. Okay, well, it hasn't consumed the lava yet. So I'm not entirely sure if this is working or not. We can take the lava back out. Take that out, put that in. It shows something going on there. If we put coal in there, that looks like no fuel found. Okay, I need to figure out what it is that the fuel requires for this. It might be that we need a tank similar to like Tinker's construct to put the lava in. I don't remember. Let me figure that one out. All right, guys, so we got this going now. Went ahead and made a porcelain tank. Yeah, I don't know if the other melter was working or not. I couldn't get this to work at all. But yeah, I made a porcelain tank, which was 8 more ceramic and a piece of glass. And that only gives us 1 ingot. So that does not double our fluids here. So we need to melt down 1 more of these things, which is fine. Not a big deal. Okay, so we'll put that in there. And that'll give us 2 gold ingots, which we should be able to use to cast out and make ourselves our pattern here. Yeah, I went back to kind of look and make sure that I wasn't doing anything wrong here. But yeah, it says that it wants us to make a porcelain heater here, but looks like the porcelain tank is what we really needed in order for this thing to work, I guess. Unless I was doing something wrong or there's some kind of bug with it, I don't know. Anyway, so let's right click that. So we're pouring gold onto our stone bucket here. And there's a bucket recipe. So we have both the bucket and the bucket cast. And that should complete the quest, which it looks like it does. Awesome. So that's going to give us a choice of a loot chest, 2 chance cubes, an iron toolkit. I'm not sure what that is. And 4 porcelain channels. Let's take a look. Iron toolkit. What are you? You're from Tinker's add-ons. Grants an extra modifier. Interesting. So block of pig iron plus large iron plates. It looks like we can make these all day long. I don't know if that's like just a one-time use or if we can add on multiple of these onto a tool. I kind of feel like that's going to be a one-time use thing. Let's not do that. I'm going to go ahead and take our loot chest like we do. Claim it. And pop it. 6 chance cubes. Great. All right. So we got chance cubes that we're not going to use. We got another sugarcane here. So we are waiting on 1 final piece of sugarcane. And that should... Yeah, 1 more piece of sugarcane, and then we can let, or we can turn 3 of those into paper and make our engineer's manual. What we've been trying to do this whole time. So let's put those chance cubes away. We got blaze powder from somewhere. I'm not entirely sure how I got blaze powder on me. Oh, maybe it was from sifting earlier? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, we're kind of waiting on that to grow. Is there anything else that we can do in the meantime? So looks like we have bug food. This wants us to do vegetable oil in a fryer. I think we're gonna hold off on that for a little bit. Farmland wants us to do spawn the portal home. I think we're gonna hold off on that one as well. So we can probably look at making the stone barrel now. So it wants us to make 2 of them. Stone barrel. So in order to make a stone barrel, we need the rough brownstone. So we're going to need 6 of those plus the slab. So we need a total of 9 of those in order to make 1 barrel. But we need to make 2 barrels. So we need to make a few of these recipes, right? So what is that? 6, 12 plus 3 more. So we need 15 total brownstone. Okay. So in order to do that, we need some redstone, which we have, and then some sandstone. Well, sandstone is easy to make as far as I know. We should be able to just take our gravel here and hammer that down into sand and then turn that into a sandstone. Let's make sure this is gonna work. And this thing is losing durability quite quickly. Okay, so there's sand. We turn that into sandstone. And then it was some redstone per piece of sandstone in order to do the thing. So there's that and that Well, there's one recipe of brownstone. So we can turn that into our slabs. Now that says that you move faster on it, so it might be worth making paths out of this stuff. I don't know. I don't know if the slabs make you go faster either, but we are going to need a lot more sand in order to do this. So I got some hammering ahead of me. I'm going to get to that and we'll be back, guys. All right, guys, so I've been waiting just a little bit of time for the one more piece of sugarcane to grow. That way we can leave 2 planted here. Let's go and grab that guy. So apparently if you break it with a hammer, you don't get the sugarcane back. So don't do that. Anyway, so we have 2 sugarcane, or did we get it back? Maybe we got it back. I don't know. We have 3 sugarcane on it. So I went ahead and I made these drying racks. So that's 3 slabs in a crafting grid in a row, right? So we can place these here, and this is supposed to turn that into paper. It takes like 2 minutes or something for that to happen. Also off camera, I went ahead and I made another chest and another hopping bonsai plant over here. So we can take the paper that we're gonna get, make a paper bark sapling, and start growing that so we can get paper all the time and never have to worry about sugarcane paper again. Okay, so we were trying to make the stone barrel, and I went ahead and I made a bunch of this rough brownstone, so we should be able to do such things. So there's that, and there is 2 stone barrels, which just requires 2 or 3 building. Can we turn this back? No, we cannot. Okay, so there's that recipe. Quest complete, stone barrels, nice. So I'm not really sure what we do with these as opposed to the wooden barrels right now. I know that you can use these later on for turning lava into obsidian and things like that, so maybe that's what those are going to be used for a little bit later. So these stone barrels here, they will give us a loot chest or 2 fermenting barrels or 2 more stone barrels or 2 chance icosahedrons. I think we're going to do the loot chest like we do. So this, oh nice. Okay, so small storage crate and then 2 more chests. So the chest right now, we still have to use the expensive recipe, is not super cheap for those. So getting 2 more, not bad. Yeah, it did make a bunch more sand. We have some extra sandstone in here as well. So how much longer we have on this? So it looks like that's going to take a little bit more time. And magically, it's just about done. So that's fantastic. So we should be getting 3 pieces of paper. There they are. Very good. So now we want to take those with a sapling here and turn that into a paper bark sapling. Like so. Very good. Now we want to take this over here and put it into the hopping bonsai. And this should give us paper. I don't remember if it gives us paper every single growth stage or if it's just random. That'll just be something like instead of getting apples, we'll get paper. Or maybe the paper bark even does give us apples. I don't remember how that works. I guess we'll check out the very first growth stage, the very first bonsai harvest of this particular tree. And we'll see for sure if that does in fact give us something that we're going to want here. And can't get much bigger than that, can it? There it is. Okay, well, we got 1 stick. Well, that should eventually give us paper. So that's going to be a thing, again, another thing that we're just going to have to wait on. That should also give us more paper bark saplings eventually. So either we'll get paper or more paper bark saplings, and then we can expand this out, have more chests, more hoppers, more hopping bonsais, whatever, and make more paper that way. Guys, we're going to wrap the episode up here for today. This mod pack, a little slow progression. There's some cool things. Like I've never used the Better with Mods mod before, right? So that's kind of cool. That Nether Utils tank behind us. And again, never used that before. Also very cool. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.